Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Cynthia Greer, and I appreciate you sharing space with me today. Every product that I review, I give a fair chance if it is not harming my skin in any way, if it feels good on my skin, if it's pleasant, whether it is completely unscented or there is a very light scent to it. I usually know if it's worth me going the whole 9 yards and staying on it 2 months. And so this is what I do. I will do the full 4-step regime, which is cleanser, toner, serum, and moisturizer. So if you find my review helpful, if you like the other areas of my channel, please hit the like, subscribe, share, and notification buttons, as everything that I give you is out of my own pocket. I don't have monetization or sponsorship, and I'm not partnered with any of these companies. So it's an investment that I do for this channel, as well as keeping up my equipment and my bandwidth, all of which is very costly. So when you like, subscribe, share, and press the notification buttons, that is really helping me. Okay, so I have a real treat for you today that I think that you are going to find very interesting. And as you already know, I have chosen to review Estée Lauder for the next 2 months. So I had purchased a lot over Christmas, and I decided I wanted to stock up on day and night cream in the full sizes, and I was given a very generous free gift for doing so. And it is the Ultimate Diamond Re-Nutrive Skincare Cream. And this is the most expensive top of the line cream that Estée Lauder produces. But before I get into that, I'd like to remind you that I do have a playlist for skincare and makeup. And Estée Lauder Company and Estée Lauder is on that playlist because I really admire the fact that it is a family-run business, even though she passed on a number of years ago. I believe that the family has a very good work ethic, and I have known employees that worked for Estée Lauder that were very happy with how they were treated. And also, my own mother used the Re-Nutrive line for quite a while before she passed on. And whenever we would go out, the first thing everyone noticed was her skin. They didn't notice mine. No one gave me any compliments on mine or paid attention to me, but it was my mother's skin, because she always looked so well put together, and her skin truly was flawless. And I remember one time when she landed in the hospital with a heart attack, the nurse looked at her chart and went, oh my God, I can't believe you are 72 years old. What are you doing? I want to look like you when I'm your age. Well, she was on the Re-Nutrive line, which has always been considered a luxury line and quite pricey. Now, a lot of people have issues with this, and I myself, being very honest with you, as a single woman who is in business for herself, who is disabled, who has gone through the mill financially, I've really been run through the ringer. Okay, I had an issue with pricing as well, and there's a lot of things I just stayed away from because I don't believe in going into debt to get things. Unless I can buy it outright, it's not going to happen. And so I really shied away from getting into this for a very long time. But after becoming disfigured from cancer, and more important, the medical malpractice that I endured because I was denied treatment and everything spiraled out of control. Then I had to have a big surgery. I lost part of my jaw and everything else, which all of that's on my playlists. I was like, oh God, I need all the help I can get. And my basic skincare routine was not working for me. And it wasn't just because I am a mature woman. While it wasn't harming me, it wasn't doing anything for me. And so when I set out to review different products, I really took into consideration how it did work for my mother, because my own mother was severely disabled through Guillain-Barré syndrome. And she had the damaged nerve endings and went through feeling like she had the flu all the time. So I thought, there is something to this. And she always did tell me, you need a good night cream, you need a good day cream, and you need something that lifts and firms. And if you start young, you will never even want to consider going under the knife. And I believe that that is possible, that sometimes women can prevent a facelift and all of that extra money if they really know how to take care of their skin. And of course, if you know me and you watch me, I believe it's not just an outer thing, it's inner as well. It's how we think, how we live, how we eat, the kind of exercise we give ourselves, our general outlook on everything. All of that is going to show up in the face because it is the largest organ of the body and you can't hide it. It's there. And in working with women, my students are always shocked when they start out with me and they think that I'm going to take them into all this big mysticism right away and give them all the secrets of the universe and all this knowledge. And I say, what's going on with you? What's going on with your skin? What are you using on your skin? And they look at me like, well, what does this have to do with what you teach? And I say everything, because it is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And how you feel about yourself is reflected in how you take care of yourself, no matter what is going on, no matter what you're facing, whether you're getting a good night's sleep or not. You know, if you're in the thralls of worry or cataclysmic illness, we have to do the best we can. So most women that I run across don't stick with one thing. This is the first part of the problem, is they will piecemeal. They'll buy whatever is out there that they can get their hands on to just clean the skin, and then they may or may not use a toner. Maybe it's something from one line, maybe it's witch hazel, which I think witch hazel is great, but they will pick and choose and use things from different lines, okay? But I have personally found that when you invest in yourself seriously, and you are budgeting and finding a way to do something through creative financing, and you are looking at how important something is to you, that those 4 steps, cleansing, toning, serum, and then moisturizing with a good day cream or a good night cream, are really going to show the benefits early on, because everything has been formulated to go together. And this is something that is so often left out, that people, that demo products either don't know or they don't believe is true, or they just are not into giving something an ample amount of time. And the people that I follow, that I really enjoy watching in skincare and beauty, do give everything an ample time frame. And those are the ones that I religiously follow, that I always go back to. And I value their opinion very much. So, now I am blazing the trail with Estée Lauder skincare. And so far, I am extremely happy with everything that I have purchased. And I am enjoying my cleansing ritual and taking care of myself twice a day. So, this wonderful Ultimate Diamond moisturizing cream that came in my generous gift that I received is very rich, and it's very emollient. And for the money, which I'll talk about later, I have noticed that a little bit does go a very long way. And I do hate to waste it on my hand, but for the purpose of the demo, because I love you guys, I am going to do this. So, It's very thick and very emollient, and you should, before you use it, warm it up in your hands and then press it into your face. And I will press it into my neck. I do have some makeup there, but I don't want to wreck my face makeup because I have to go out later. But a little bit will go a long way, okay? And as you become accustomed to these products, you're going to find that Estee Lauder is so rich and so emollient that if you are in a top-of-the-line cream like this, you don't have to take a big scoop and slather it. You do really want to warm it up first and just gently press into the skin after you have done your serum. Now, what did I experience the first time I used this? Well, I had used it with the previous step first. After I had cleansed and toned, I used the Estee Lauder Night Repair Serum. And once this cream was on my skin, I immediately felt a pulling and a lifting. And I felt it all over. And I felt really great with it. I felt it was in harmony with my skin. Now, after one night of using it, because I tried it at night, I noticed in the morning my skin was a lot more vibrant. And I didn't have dryness in the morning, which is something that I have noticed in what are considered to be the luxury brands of skincare, that when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel taut and dry. And that is after using a very small amount of product. So I knew it was working for me. Now, the ingredients that you have with this is black truffle, which is known as tuber melanosporum. Okay, so that is the name, tuber melanosporum. Okay, and this is the main active, one of the main active ingredients that takes a lot of money and a lot of time to source. And one of my students explained this to me because she forages mushrooms and herbs. She's a professional herbalist and an author on this kind of thing. And so I went to her and I said, wow, why is this cream so expensive? And she said, well, it's because black truffle is really hard to source if you know anything about this. And she told me all about it. Okay, and so they have to be treated very delicately once they are sourced because they can disintegrate very easily if they are not handled properly. And they have to go through a whole system to become an extract. So when people tell you that something isn't worth something, or picking something up in the drugstore is just the same, and you're going to get the same benefits. I've tried both, okay, and I know that no, you are not going to get the same benefits. There is a difference in product. And Estée Lauder does stand by what they do. They have a lot of research. This particular product was 15 years or 13 years in the making. I can't remember. Oh, my note, 15 years. Okay, 15 years in the making. So it's a tried and tested and true formula. The other ingredients, which I'm not going to go into all of them, but two making a note of is the powdered gold and the powdered pearl. Now, gold, okay, is something that they use for treatment for arthritis patients. There is such a thing as gold shots, and they have been proven to be beneficial for people with arthritis. So I could see why that was used. And then the pearl is known for lightening and brightening the skin and helping with the dark spots, which I have a number of those because I was not so nice to my skin years ago when I was horseback riding, but that's another story. So I thought, me, when I first got this, there was diamonds in it too. That makes it really expensive. No, the reason they named it the Ultimate Diamond is because black truffle has always been considered the diamond of the kitchen. And so it is an elixir here that you have going. So that is where that name comes from. You also have peptides, which I'm not going to go into, but you have all of that good stuff and other herbal properties as well. A whole list of ingredients, you can all find that on the Estee Lauder website, which I have dropped in the descriptions box, so you can take a good look at that. So as far as doing what it says it does, absolutely, it does. It is a wonderful product. Now, people love to pull things apart and say, oh, yeah, but, you're aging. But I'm not aging normally because I'm disfigured. I've got bone loss, a lot of bone loss. And I realize that unless I really undergo heavy-duty reconstructive surgery, I'm not ever going to look normal again. That's a given. But I can take care of my skin, and I can, through my attitude and through the way I handle my skin, not make the issue worse. Because believe me, as a disfigured woman, it can always be a lot worse than what it is. Because once you dwell and bemoan the situation you are in and you give up, where do you go? Well, you just go click-chunk. You go all the way down. I don't believe in doing that. Because seriously, if I would have done that, I wouldn't be here today. So, now, $350 for 1.7 ounces. Is it worth it? Well, I think it is. That's my honest opinion. Would I pay more than that? No, I wouldn't. Would I do this on my tight budget, the way things are right now? Probably not, because I'm not monetized or sponsored. But I have other Estée Lauder creams that are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. And I definitely felt the firming and lifting with them as well. But this one, this wonderful Ultimate Diamond Cream, you're going to feel it right away. And so I was thinking about this, and I thought, boy, I'd love to try the entire Ultimate Diamond line. Because can you imagine what it would do for you if you were on the serum and the eye treatment, which, you know, my cross to bear has always been my eyes since I was a child, because I have the hereditary thing going on. And boy, if I don't sleep or if I'm sick, people look at me and they'll look at me and they'll go, "Are you okay? I'm worried about you," because I look really bad because I have that whole thing going on. So the products, yes, all of the products that I have tried so far, since I have presented this to you wonderful folks out there in YouTube land, I stand by, I give my stamp of approval, and I think that this is a beautiful cream. I really love it. I think Estée Lauder has outdone themselves with this one. And I'll leave it at that, wishing you great love and many blessings on your skincare journey, becoming all that you can be, putting that best face forth out into the world, because you do deserve it and you are worth it. And look for more reviews down the line. And I'm wishing you a blessed day. Bye for now.